Hi, I'm Coral. I'm a researcher turned hormone health advocate. I've spent the past 2 decades of my life learning how to live a more healthy and holistic life. I found out that the ordinary products are unknowingly making us sick. So it's not just about what you eat and it's not just about exercise. And I want to expose those toxic products and share safer alternatives so that we can all live a healthier life. Today, I want to talk about the toxicity of hot water bottles. So we trust them to keep us warm and to relieve cramps, but what if I told you they're not all that safe? We're going to cover why that is, how it impacts your health, and what you can do about it. The reason that hot water bottles are not as safe as you think is because most hot water bottles on the market are made from plastic, PVC in particular, and that's polyvinyl chloride. It's made out of petroleum and chlorine. Doesn't sound great already, right? And what makes many plastics, soft and flexible is the use of phthalates. Manufacturers use it to make it soft and flexible, and there are also a group of chemicals called plasticizers. The thing with phthalates is that they leach, especially when they're exposed to heat, oil, or acids, and the skin absorbs it. Doesn't sound great. Because they're endocrine disruptors, which really means that they interfere with our hormone signals. And for those of you who don't know, hormones are our body's messengers, so they ensure that our bodies are functioning properly. But phthalates will disrupt the message, and that poses some health risks because, well, you're now receiving new or different messages telling your body to function differently. This leads to chronic diseases, metabolic disorders, and cancer and the likes. The sad truth is that it can take years, if not decades, for any of this for you to actually notice and for it to surface. It's a slow poison. So what I do recommend, and this is what I've done, is I've swapped out the plastic and I'm now using 100% natural rubber hot water bottle. I actually bought this 2-liter, it's a regular size, it's 2-liter size hot water bottle for £12, so it's not going to break the bank. Natural rubber is made from the sap of rubber trees. That's also how we get latex. So for those of you with latex allergies, consult your doctors. The great thing about natural rubber is that it's naturally flexible, waterproof, and biodegradable. It's also phthalate free. It breaks down on its own, so it's very sustainable, as opposed to plastic, which does not never break down. I should mention that not all natural rubber hot water bottles are made equal. To ensure you have a high quality one, look for certain standards and certification. So for durability and safety, look for British standard. Look that it's been made to British standards, BS 1970, or for quality control. In the manufacturing process, look for certification of ISO 901:2015. You also want to make sure that there are no blends. You want to make sure that it's not synthetic, it's 100% natural rubber. A lot of manufacturers these days are advertising products as rubber or this or that, and then when you actually look into the materials, well, it's not. What I also recommend is that you use a 100% cotton or wool cover. I have this wool cover, which I love, and I actually thought that putting a cover on a hot water bottle would make it less effective, but it actually retains the heat really, really well. It's wool, and I got it from a small wool farm in England, so it's amazing. It reduces burns, it prevents wear, and limits direct skin contact, so I love it. It makes it so much warmer and hotter. It's just amazing. So irrespective of what kind of hot water bottle you have, you want to make sure you're using it properly, so to avoid any accidents or chemical release over time. Whilst this is a natural product, well, it does break down, and manufacturers say that you should toss it after a year or two, depending on use perhaps. And over time, natural rubber breaks down with heat and sunlight exposure. So if you have natural rubber boots, make sure you keep them out of direct sunlight. The thing that happens with it is it becomes porous and brittle. starts cracking, it breaks down, right? So regularly check cracks or wear. Damaged hot water bottles can burst, so you don't want that. And that's just for any hot water. This is just for any hot water bottle. And you want to make sure that when you're filling it up, you fill it up a third of the way, so not full. And you kind of tilt the head a bit to let out any of the excess like air and pressure, and then you close it and tighten it. Don't put pressure on it, don't sleep with it, don't sit on it. When you're done with it, dry it completely upside down. You don't want any water left in there. And speaking of water, you want to make sure you use like not fresh, rolling, boiling water. Let the kettle set for like 5 or 10 minutes before you pour the water in. It is recommended that the maximum temperature should be 50 degrees Celsius, so that's about 122 Fahrenheit. And for children, it should be 40 degrees Celsius, that's about 104 degrees Fahrenheit. And with that said, next time you want to curl up on the sofa with your hot water bottle, well, do a simple swap. You'll feel better for it. And if you liked this video, like it, subscribe. If you have any questions, put in the comments. Love to hear from you. And yeah, thank you.